What are the best books for learning Italian? Hi, I'm Julie Merrill, and today I'm going to talk to you about some of the books that I used when I moved overseas and lived in Italy for 3 years to learn Italian. After I go through each of the books that I personally have used and really love, if you stay to the end of this video, I will speak some Italian for you. So first off, there's various different ways you can learn. One of the ways that I learn personally is through listening. And so before I even got to Italy, I downloaded the Pimsleur audio CDs and did them in my car when I drove to work every day or when I went for walks. And I cannot express enough how much that helped me in learning the accents, the intonations, and the basic dialogue of a new language. And I know that Pimsleur has audio CDs for tons of languages, and I cannot express how wonderful they are for learning a new language. And they're available on iTunes, or you can buy, like on Amazon, the package of CDs, because you get actual physical CDs for a little more, where the iTunes is just as good. But now let me discuss some of the books I've used to actually study in classes or self-study to learn the language better. So when I first started learning Italian, I went to a university and they had a book, and I really I wasn't a big fan of it. And so I started looking online to see what universities here use to teach Italian, and I found this book called Ciao. Okay, and there's various editions of it. It comes with some CDs and workbooks, and it's fantastic. The way that it lays out each chapter and unit is really intuitive. It breaks down lessons and vocabulary in an order that makes sense. And even on top of the classes that I took, I found going through this was extremely helpful, and a lot of universities use it. So again, Ciao is a wonderful book if you're doing some self-study or have a tutor, or you are in a college class. This is probably the book you're going to have. And it is available on Amazon, and typically you can get it used for much less the cost. So next, what I found these great books, and I don't really know other than I called them the green books, that I have them for both grammar and verbs. And I've used especially this verb book over and over and over, because I don't write in it. I just, whenever I am traveling or getting in a situation where I need to practice my verbs again, it has exercises for all the different verb conjugations with examples and the most common verbs, and I basically just take a piece of paper and write it down. So wonderful for doing exercises, and it actually explains everything as well. So you have grammar that has details and exercises for a student, as well as verbs. Both of these are fantastic books. One of the basics that you need when you're learning a new language is a dictionary. I love these pocket dictionaries. What I found is once I got more advanced, I started reading novels in Italian, and I would sit with my dictionary and look words up and write them down so I would have a new vocabulary list. I also use this when I was watching Italian TV. So again, everybody needs a little pocket dictionary. One of the books I bought for my kids that I ended up using a ton was this picture book. It's a kid's picture book, and each page has different themes. So you have like the classroom, you have the kitchen, you have the household, you have the farm, and it has pictures with all the English and Italian words. Fantastic for learning vocabulary, and it's something that both my kids and I have both enjoyed. Another book that I found that I really liked when I got more advanced is this phrase book, and it really helped with a lot of the idioms and phrases that were specific to Italy, and it gave me a lot more situations. So a lot of times there's more than one way to answer a question or more than one way to ask it, and it actually explains each way in a fantastic summary, so, and very detailed as well. So great if you're looking at phrases maybe a little more advanced and wanting to have some more options. Another book that I've read over and over and kind of breaks things down in a very logical method for learning is the Italian for Dummies book series. And I couldn't find it to show it to you because I've probably been reading it over and over because it's so great to go back and read it. It covers very detailed beginner steps as well as a lot of advanced vocabulary and conjugations and grammatical type instruction. So it's a fantastic book as well, and that's just the Italian for Dummies book. And it's been very helpful to me in that I've read it over and over. Another one that I really like is this DK Bilingual Dictionary. So this is kind of small. Well, it's a little thick, but it's small enough that I could stick it in my purse. And what I love about it is, again, it's a great vocabulary book, again, where it gives pictures and it has themes on each page. And so for me, like when I was traveling, it would have like going to the dentist, or it would have like, it has a whole page on like, here is breakfast, okay? And it will have sections on all the herbs, all the common vegetables. It has restaurants and cafes, things to order, and it has pictures along with vocabulary. So, and see, here's like just a plants of the garden. It has pictures of everything, and it has the English and Italian words. So a fantastic vocabulary book if you're looking to just explore your vocabulary. And what I found in the past is I would kind of concentrate on one theme per week, study all the vocabulary for that theme for a week, and then move on. Whether it was I was doing human body one week, I was doing kitchen the next week, so forth, so that I had like a chunk of vocabulary words that I would study. So again, great book. Love this book as well. So I hope that you can make use of some of my recommendations. I know it's overwhelming because there's so many books out there, but the more you can expose yourself to it, the more you self-study, the better you're going to get at Italian. And again, speaking is key. So the more opportunity you can get where you can speak and hear other people speak to you is going to take you to that next level. But hopefully these books and recommendations will help you get started. Buongiorno, sono Julie. Parlo io italiano perché ho abitato lì in Italia per 3 anni, veramente a Napoli. Per io, quando ho voluto imparare la lingua, prima ho ascoltato a molti CD di Pimsleur e poi ho preso un corso alla università e poi ho comprato libri e ho studiato da sola, e poi finalmente ho trovato un'amica italiana e una cara amica di me, e ci siamo incontrate insieme per fare conversazione. Era molto importante per parlare e ascoltare e anche comprendere. È importante per fare qualche cosa quando vuole imparare la lingua italiana. Voglio condividere tutti i libri che mi piace molto e spero che anche a lei piace questi libri.